Hey Guitar Champion, what's going on? Justin Hombach here, back from my practice cave, and welcome to today's video, the full lesson of the new John Petrucci single, Terminal Velocity. Here we go. So, what is wrong with this dude? Why is he awake for 48 hours now? He's holding his microphone like this, which is actually a clip microphone. Well, this is because my cat ate the clipper and broke it. Well, yeah, actually I planned to do a YouTube break for 1 month, and then Master Petrucci decided to, well, why not releasing a single? Well, and I had a lot of fun learning this song and transcribing it, and I am here with this video to show you guys how you can learn this song and how you can master this song. In this video I show you guys how I play the song. A few things is a bit different from my cover because I had a little bit more time to correct something. But this is my way or my interpretation of how I thought he would play it. Then he released the video and some same notes but a different fingering, for example. So a few changes here and there. Yeah, but overall I'm really proud of that work. First of all, I have to thank everybody who watched my cover. It is by far one of my most successful and most viewed videos in one day, in 24 hours. And in this lesson I'm so happy I have finished it. It's the longest lesson that I've ever recorded and ever filmed. It's over 1 hour and 40 minutes long. It's nearly 2 hours long. Oh my god. It's a movie, kind of a movie. Yeah, but I'm really proud of it, and I'm here to give that to you guys. It's all for you as the thank for all the support from so many people when I decided to make a little break for you to come back in September. All the feedback, all the people who stand behind me, it was really unbelievable feedback, so I'm really thankful for that. So I don't want to waste more time with talking. If you want the tabs, there's a link in the description box where you can download the tabs for this song, my tabs, my transcription, for free. And if you want to know or to learn some certain parts of this song, I put markers like chapter in a comment that I pinned under this video. So check here. Yeah, so much for that. I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy this video and if you want to support my channel and if you want to help my channel to grow so I can do stuff like that more and more professional and yeah, giving more energy, more power in the thing that I absolutely love, which is shredding and showing you guys how to shred, or how I learned to shred. And leave a like, leave a subscribe, comment, share some videos of me with friends of you, showing, hey, there's Mr. John Petrucci and there's the dude who covered John Petrucci in 24 hours. And alright, so much for that. Now it's time to go back into my practice cave, and I hope I'm going to see you in my next video. Cheers so far, let's start with the lesson. Here we go. So let's start with the intro. I would say the theme of the intro, or the lick behind it, is one of the coolest ideas from that song, and he repeats it a little bit later on that song. It reminds me a little bit from the build-up and the note choices of the Glasgow, not the Glasgow Prison, not the Glasgow Kiss, the Glasgow Kiss song from his first debut record, and also the build-up where he's playing this kind of idea later on an octave below. It's a little bit of reverse engineering or reverse thinking from Glasgow Kiss, where he's starting octave lower and going higher. You know, the classical, this kind of idea. Well, okay, let me first play this intro for you, and slowly, and then we're going to break it up a little bit. And up to tempo. Okay, such a cool idea. And what I really like of this idea is, first of all, the scale that he's using. He's using a scale which is called Mixolydian Flat 6. And it's basically a Mixolydian scale. So we have a major scale with a flat 7, the dominant 7 instead of the major 7. But instead of the major 6, we also have the minor 6. And it sounds like this. This scale comes from a melodic minor scale. It's the 5th degree of, in this case, A melodic minor. And we will see that relation between A melodic minor and E Mixolydian Flat 6 in the very last lick of the song. So stay tuned for the last lick to see this kind of relation between E Mixolydian Flat 6 and A melodic minor. Alright, so we are starting with this idea here. Now, Petrucci is playing this a little bit different. The first time I transcribed this, there wasn't the video out yet where he's playing, or where you can see how he plays it. And the notes are the same, he's just basically using this kind of fingering, which is a little bit more Petrucci-esque. It's a little bit more his kind of style. Instead of playing this finger shape, he's playing it this kind of way. And I think you can hear and see this. I'm not really familiar with this kind of shape idea, with this barring and roll technique. I always praise the roll technique, it's a really important technique, but when I have the opportunity to stay away from the roll technique, I would prefer it. My picking here is, I start with an upstroke, so we have up, down, up. So after that we have some sort of pedal note idea. We're always going back to the B. Oh well, the notes from the line before that is G sharp, the major 3rd, root, E and B. So when I would start, or when I would play it this way, I would start with a downstroke. But here it's a little bit easier for me to play it with an upstroke. The pick slanting here is changing. If you are not familiar with pick slanting, I highly recommend to check out my video, What is Pick Slanting? And with that kind of idea on what you learn in this video, you can figure it out by yourself. Which kind of pick slanting makes the most sense here? Upward pick slanting or downward pick slanting? Yeah, but in different kind of cases, I'm going to tell a little bit, or I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So then we are playing this pedal note idea. We're going from the major 3rd to the 4th, back to the major 3rd, and going always back to the B here. So we have the first time we are playing this phrase, we have this kind of idea. And here we're playing after that again our first phrase. So we have first phrase, pedal note, first phrase. Okay, and then we are playing this idea in E Mixolydian Flat 6. And here we're starting with the 2nd degree of the scale, the F sharp, 14th fret, 12th fret, going to the minor 6. I love that sound. Playing the 5th, the B, the A, and going to the 3rd again. Now for the fingering, I would play it like this. Why? Because after that we have to jump back again to our G sharp up here on the E string. So it's a little bit easier to do it when we are resting here with our landing here with our index finger, instead with our middle finger when we are taking the 4-finger rule. Then repeating that first phrase, or the first 2 phrases with the pedal note, and then we're playing this kind of open string idea where we're playing 18, sorry, not 18, what am I talking here, 20, low E, high E string, 19, E string, 17. So again. Then we're playing again our phrase. Now don't playing the pedal note phrase, we're playing another pedal tone phrase, but this time we're not starting on the G sharp, we're going straight to the 4th and to the 5th, high up to the 5th. Which is kind of a big stretch here, but it's possible. So yeah, we have so far first phrase again. Now comes the second degree, the F sharp, 14th fret, 12th fret again, and then we're playing an A minor arpeggio. So we're starting here on the A, pulling to the E, then we're doing an up pick on the C, and then we're sweeping down A, C, E, and landing on the E. Like this. So, and with this A minor chord, we are again representing the E Mixolydian flat 6 scale, because the important note of this kind of sound and the scale here is the C, which is the minor third of A. So the A minor here as a substitute or as a chord in between makes total sense, and it's totally in the sound of E Mixolydian flat 6. So, and then we're again playing our line. Or let me play it up to this point again. And then we're playing. This kind of idea. So, and here we are starting again with our first phrase. Then we're going to the second degree again. And doing a pedal note phrase to the B, root, with the roll technique here, major 7, interesting kind of note choice here, the major 7, which isn't in the Mixolydian flat 6 kind of scale. And here, when we want to define a scale, we have a little bit of a problem here, because we never played the 7 before that. Now we have the major 7. So, in the major 7, which kind of scale would that be? Well, it would be a major scale with the flat 6 in it. It's called harmonic major, I think, but I'm not really sure if he is thinking in that kind of way here. I think it's just one note which represents E major a little bit more. Sorry, we are not going back to the root, sorry, my bad. After the second degree we're going straight to the major 7 and then to the root here. Playing the major third. The second degree again, the F sharp, but this time on the D string, 16th fret, and then we are playing an A diminished arpeggio. Where we can represent the B7, the B dominant kind of sound, B dominant, to get a little bit more of tension, to resolve to the E back again. Yes, and this is the intro. He's playing that one twice, first alone and then with a band, but there's no big difference between the version alone and with a band. Later on he repeats this section again, but he's also playing it an octave lower. But before we're going to the octave lower section, we have a little of a transition there, and here we're going to check out the first transition between those two sections. Here we go. So the next part, the next section, the transition part, is a pretty good example for chord substitutions, especially in arpeggios. How we can create a certain sound by playing one chord or thinking one chord over another chord as a root note. And in this case he's playing the C sharp minor 7 arpeggio over the root note E. So let's check out that line. Sorry. Goes to the E. We are not playing the D sharp in between that. So what kind of intervals do we get when we are playing C sharp minor 7 over E? So let's get a little bit theoretical here so we can understand how Petrucci is thinking in this kind of ideas. It's pretty interesting, really. So the notes in C sharp minor 7 are C sharp, the root, E, the minor third, we have G sharp, the fifths, and the B, the seventh. So what do we get when we take those notes but set it in relation to E? Well, okay, the C sharp over E is the major 6. Oh, interesting. Again, we have the major 6 here. Then the E over E is the root note, G sharp is the major third, and B is the fifth. So we get a major third, a major 6 kind of chord or kind of sound here. So and the notes that he's playing, or the pattern that he's playing, is this one. He was starting on the B, playing B, G sharp, E, C sharp, 19, 16, 17, 18, going to the minor 7th here on the 16th fret on the G string, this is on the G string, sorry, sliding to the 5th, the G sharp, here on the 13th fret of the G string, going to the minor 3rd, with our pinky we are playing the root, and then with our index again the minor 7, sliding again to the 5th, minor 3rd, and going to the root. And then he's playing this pattern, where we have the 11th fret, D sharp, 12, 11, 14, a little trill, and back to the E. So, and after that, we have another cool lick as a transition to the next section, which is the intro section but an octave lower. The next lick is over B and B7, B dominant, and it goes like this. So here we are in 5/4 time signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And we are outlining this kind of idea, this kind of finger shape, where we're starting with E and playing A kind of minor finger shape or idea, but in notes we're playing A, B, C, going to the D sharp, so we are in E harmonic minor scale right now. Playing this idea, this kind of triller Arabic idea. Sorry, it's more like this, not like that. Then we're playing D sharp, or we're going back to the C and then playing D sharp, E, F sharp. Then we are playing the same thing an octave higher, adding the G and resolving to the F sharp. No, sorry, adding the A and resolving to the G sharp, the major 3rd, and we are back in our Mixolydian major flat 6 kind of soundscape. And now we are playing the intro section again, just an octave below. Here we go. Okay, they are basically the same notes. One section is a little bit different, but they're basically the same notes, just an octave below. So on the first time where I transcribed this one, before the video was out, I thought he would play it like this. So the same finger idea, but an octave below. But now we have the open B string here, and this we can use as an advantage, and playing this idea more with an open string sound. And here, because of that, the finger shapes is a little bit different, well, it's totally different, like in the intro, so we're going to break it down as well. We're starting here with the major 3rd, we're again back in E, major 3rd, the G sharp, this time on the 9th fret of the B string, root, open B string. And when we are playing the pedal note section, we're not switching between 2 strings now, we can stay on 1 string because the B string is our pedal note. Then we're going again to the 2nd degree. I'm playing this idea, just an octave below. Now here is the fingering a little bit different. We have a little bit of an unusual and kind of stressy jump. We could play it like this, but here we have to jump between, or a big stretch between our middle finger and our index finger. Don't like that. So I play it like this and use the time where I don't use my pinky to jump to the 9th fret back again on the B string. And frets we have 7, 5, going to the next string, 5, 4, going to the next string, 7, 6. So, and then we are back again at this idea. First comes this idea, sorry. We're going here to the 13th fret of the B string, 12th fret, and the 10th fret. I'm playing the pedal note idea. And then back again to this idea. Now, we're 3-string sweep arpeggio here. We are playing a 5-string sweep arpeggio. This 3-string sweep arpeggio here. We are playing a 5-string sweep arpeggio. Again, A minor, but not starting on the A, starting on the E now. So it's this shape here. And we are starting on the E, the 12th fret, pulling to the 8th fret, playing 10, 9 on the B and on the G string, a sweep, up sweep, then playing 10th fret on the D string, then we are going to our pinky on the 12th fret, and resolving into the E on the A string. So in total, with the section before that, just playing the section before that. Going to the idea on the low E string. And here we are staying in the same notes, the same kind of vibe and soundscape, but we are using the low E string to play this kind of pedal note idea. The notes are the same, like here. But with the, as I've said, the low E string. So we're starting on the major third, the 12th fret, the 11th fret on the A string, playing root, open E, 2nd degree, the F sharp, major 7, resolving to the E, playing the low E string, going to the C, playing this one, everything palm muted, and then we're playing this line, where we're outlining an A diminished arpeggio, but we're starting with the E. And you remember the A diminished in the intro? It's the same kind of idea to create a dominant flat 9 sound. It's again this chord substitution for B dominant flat 9. It sounds theoretical, it's really interesting, but you can sum it up into tension, which will be relieved into E. Going to the rhythm, the chunking section. Let's go. Alright, the rhythm section here. And this is another really classic, I would say Petrucci kind of idea. It would perfectly fit into one song from his original recording, his debut recording, his solo recording. Wishful Thinking? Is it Wishful Thinking? Could be, could be. But while I was playing this one here alone for this lesson, it reminds me a little bit of that. But anyways, let's check out the rhythm section here. So, we have basically one idea which continues over the complete section, and sometimes the bass note is changing, and sometimes he goes along with the bass, and sometimes the bass is playing alone. And the idea, the main idea is this one here. We are playing E power chord, but I would recommend to play it with the, or I play it with the pinky as a bar, because we need the space for the second mode, or the second melody here. Sorry, the major 7 that we are putting here again back into our E business. We're playing this one with our ring finger on the 8th fret of the G string. In between that, we are always playing the low E string. And this one twice. So, and then we're playing this idea. And here we're starting with the low A string and playing a rhythm in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For the D and on the G string, we are staying on the 9th fret with our bar, or with our middle finger as a bar. Then we're playing twice the G sharp, the D sharp. And then we're playing, going from the low A string to the major third of the A string, but this time playing it on the E string 9th fret. Now we have to change a little bit the fingering here, because before that we used our middle finger for this idea, and now we should take our ring finger. Then we're going to the B, but we don't have a low B string, but we can easily take the B on the 7th fret on the E string. And then we're playing this idea here, where we're taking, or starting with the D sharp, the major third for B, the B, and playing the F sharp, the 5th, here high on the B string, 7th fret. So we have a little bit of string skipping in between. So and then we're playing the first riff again. Sorry. Yeah. So on the second time the bass is playing, it's going to the major third of E, and I think it sounds a little bit like the guitar is also playing this, but I can't imagine. The only way how I would imagine how he would make this for the fingering, or how he would take this chord, an idea, is transforming this section here up here to the G and to the B string, but in the video he's staying on this one, so I assume that he is still playing his main riff and only the bass is going to the G sharp. Okay, and after that we are playing this section. And here we are outlining again A major, playing the low A string, then 14th fret on the D string and 14th fret on the G string. Then 13, 12 on D and G string. D and B string, not G string. Then we're playing this A major, where we only have the root and the third. Root, third, 11th fret, and root again 1 octave higher. Then we're playing this idea, this chord, and here we have the 9th fret on the D string and the 11th fret on the G string, which creates E9 kind of sound. Resolving into the root note, this time played with our index finger as a bar, coming from the 9th fret of the D string. And then we're playing this cool idea. We are starting with harmonics on the 4th fret and playing G string, B string, G string, D string, and then we're playing A, B, A, G sharp on the E string, 5, 7, 5, 4, and going to the next transition section, the next transition lick, which is pretty awesome again. So let's check out the next lick. And slow. Here we are back in our Mixolydian E Mixolydian flat 6 A melodic minor scale. We have the same notes like in A melodic minor, but we are starting our run on F sharp. And I think the sound or the overall chord which lies beneath this idea and this lick is B again. To yeah, to get a little bit more of tension. The dominant, which resolves into the root note. Sorry. So again here, it could be a substitute, but I think the overall reason behind the sound and the reason why he's shooting the scale is again to create tension and resolve it into the E. And it makes a lot of fun to play. So we're starting on the F sharp, playing F sharp, G sharp, A. Then we're playing on the A string, B, C, D, upward pick sending, downward pick sending. We have 3 notes on 1 string, so we have to change our pick send direction. Then we're going to E, D, and C. And then we're playing, F sharp, G sharp, again A, and C, and resolving, B, and resolving to the C. Sliding here to the E, I'm playing the B on the high E string. And the overall rhythm here are triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, and after that we are going to the melody section, and we have a little bit of an introduction into the melody section where we are playing it, but with another open string. So let's check out the first melody section here. Yeah, and here we are playing the melody, which is our main theme, basically just on 1 string. The melody here goes like this. It's pretty easy. You can read it on the tabs. I would say the most difficult section here is to get that nice open E strings, or that sound from the open E string underneath that. Which is an interesting kind of idea, or an interesting fact, by the way, when I'm thinking right now about it, that we have a lower note but play it on a higher string. Pretty cool, I think. Okay, so, and after that we're playing the same melody. Now we're going to the main theme, back again with the complete band and Portnoy drum hitting his drums and stuff like that. And now we are playing the same melody, but not on 1 string. We are putting it over now a few more strings. I'm playing it more as a single note idea. Putting a lot of interesting phrasing in there. Some fast drums. I love that drum. That's it. So everything is the same, instead of the ending that's a little bit different, but let's check out the melody here. They are the same notes, but we're starting, for example, on the D string, playing the B on the D string now. We are basically in the 9th fret position. Doing a little bit of phrasing here. This is pretty interesting. His kind of backwards sliding phrase thing kind of idea. That melody is so beautiful. Bit of triller. Now now the fast lick, and I love that lick. It's so fluent, it's so cool, and it leads so great into the next note. It sounds so classical, like it could be straight from Mozart. And here we are pulling. Let me break down this kind of little run here for you guys. We're pulling from the 9th fret to the from the 7th fret to the 6th fret on the D string, playing the F sharp on the 9th fret on the A string, and then playing this kind of 3-note per string scale run, where we have 6, 7, 9, 6, 8, 9 resolving. For the pick stand, down, here I would say we're staying, up, staying with up, down, up, and going to our last note. So that we're starting here on the fast run, the 3-note per string run, with an upstroke. So, and then we have this idea, and after that idea, which is still pretty basic and easy, it's the same like here on the B string. We are playing the F sharp on the E string, we're making a little jump to the F sharp on the E string, going to the 16th fret, the G sharp, to the E, then we're bending from the E to the F sharp, resolving, playing D sharp, and then sliding, backwards sliding to the B. And this is the main theme. So in the next section is a pretty cool proggy 7/8 kind of section. We're going back to E minor now. Really interesting change here from the soundscape. And yeah, so let's check out the next section. Here we go. Okay, so let me break that down. Let me first play it slow for you guys. So, and first we're starting off here. This kind of E minor section or idea, and we're playing E, C, E with the roll technique. Then we're playing F sharp, going to C. I'm playing G and going to C. So could be also a little bit more of a C Lydian kind of idea, but I'm not right sure right now what the root note is, which is underneath that kind of idea, or what the bass is playing. But let's not disturb by not so interesting ideas from my mind. Let's continue. Then we're playing this idea, this line. Ooh, we know this line already. It's from the intro. But now in this kind of field of E minor. Then we're playing this idea here, starting on the A, on the G string, 14th fret. It's basically the same idea, just here on the 14th fret and one string below, and the one difference is that we're not going back to that note, we're going to the 17th fret on the B string, playing again the A, the 14th fret on the G string, and then we're playing this idea here. 17th fret on the B string, the E, going to the A on the E string, 19th fret, the B, then we're playing the A on the 17th fret on the E string, playing the F sharp, D, and then we are playing B minor arpeggio. B, D, F sharp. And this is the complete transition section. And after that we're playing the intro again. But we're not playing it that fast. Alright, and after this little reprise from the intro, what comes next? Let me try to remember right now. After that we are playing the main theme again, the main melody again, but this time really typical Petrucci kind of composition style, 1 octave higher. See? So, and the notes are basically the same, again, instead of the ending a little bit, but we are again on 1 string more. That's a little bit more single note line on 1 string instead of putting them all together on more strings. And with that we can really classical again, Petrucci style. He's doing this in Glasgow Kiss and Damage Control, a little bit of open string here in between. And a little bit of slidey kind of effect and sound. So the only difference is when we're going from the G to the F sharp to the G to the B, we have the E string in between. And then sliding back to the F sharp. Then we're playing a little sweepy E major arpeggio. 16, 17, 16 on the G, B and E string. Again the E string in between. Then another sweepy E major arpeggio. But this time this position, 30, 12, 12. Sorry, it's just coming for the first time. Then we're jumping here up to the beautiful C sharp, sliding to the E, going to the B, making a bending from the G sharp to the A, resolving to the G sharp, going to the F sharp, and then playing this idea. E, D sharp, and going to B. And after that we're going to another kind of transition section, which is again really familiar to the proggy section we had before. So let's check out the next transition the next transition section. Here we go. Okay, and here we have the same idea like in this kind of section, but this time, yeah, it's 1 octave higher. I didn't realize it until now. And the main difference here is that because of the tuning system between the G and the B string, we don't have the bar in our index finger and the row technique in our index finger. We can now play the C with our middle finger. And this makes everything so much easier. Then we're playing this line, where we're starting on the B, going to the G, the F sharp, E, the F sharp and the E on the B string, so with our pinky is 19 and 17. Roll technique, because we need to go to the 17th fret on the G string, the C, and the B here on the G string. Now comes a little bit of a different kind of sliding idea. And here we're first starting with the B, going to the E, going to the C, then sliding from the E to the lower C on the B string, going to the A on the E string, sliding from the C to the A on the lower string, playing the E, and then we're sliding, you can't believe it, from the A to the E on the lower string. And then we're playing this line. And we're first playing the C, and then we're playing this line. Where we have A, F sharp, a little bit of a pentatonic run, then E, D, E, F sharp, and resolving to the G sharp. So let me play this one again for you. Okay, and then we are again playing the intro, just the octave below. And so on with the A minor superpedal and the, this one here, and we're going to another rhythm section, but this one is a little bit different. It's the introduction of, or the, I would say the, yes, the intro of the solo. So let's check out the rhythm section before the solo. So this reminds me a lot of Damage Control, where he's playing the rhythm section as well before he's playing the solo. Little fun fact, Damage Control full lesson will be coming in September, first weekend of September. Alright, so we have C sharp minor 7. Played this way with our ring finger to play the higher notes, the top voicing, and the root note with our middle finger, so we can get this funky mix between the high notes and the low notes. So we're not playing like this, we're splitting it up. High, low, high, low, high, low. Going to everything 2 frets higher to D sharp minor 7, which implies that we are scale-wise in the C sharp minor Dorian scale. With a major 6, because this is a typical Dorian kind of chord progression. This, like for example from So What, from Miles Davis, those 2 minor 7 chords which are apart, a full step. So playing this really cool bassy kind of line, 7, 8, 9, and then we're going to the E, the 7th fret on the A string. And then we're going to the solo. But before I teach you the solo, I have to say something about the solo. I wasn't patient enough to to transcribe every note, note for note. There are some bluesy stuff in there which are really unfamiliar for my kind of playing. All the shreddy stuff from Petrucci is so much easier to learn. Why? Because there's always a kind of system between all the shreddy, the fast licks from Petrucci. It's not like, okay, I'm just playing fast and I don't know what I'm doing here. It's always checked out. The bluesy kind of stuff has, of course, a different kind of approach, and there he's a little bit more improvising, and it's a little bit harder to find out all that note by note. But I did not do it for the cover, but I did it for the lesson. So here we are going to check out the full solo note by note. Here we go. Okay, let's start with the solo. We're going through phrase by phrase, and in the solo we are switching between F sharp minor, Dorian, pentatonic, bluesy kind of key, and C sharp minor, Dorian, bluesy, pentatonic kind of, yes. Okay, and the first phrase in slow goes like this. And here we're starting off, we are on F sharp minor or F sharp Dorian or pentatonic bluesy stuff, and we're playing the F sharp with a little bit of pinch harmonic. Then we're playing pentatonic, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, playing the A, and then we're bending from the B to the C sharp and back again, and pulling to the A. Playing the F sharp with the roll technique, we are going to the C sharp, sorry, the B again, and then we are bending the second fret of the G string, so we get from the minor third to the major third. Then with the roll technique we're going from the F sharp to the C sharp, playing pentatonic, 2, 4, 2, 4, sliding to 6 and bending it up a whole full step to the major 6 as an interval relating to the F sharp. And this is a Storian kind of one. After that we bend and release, and then we are sliding from the 4th fret to the 6th fret. So this is the first phrase. Let's go to the second phrase. And here we're starting on the A, on the E string, 5th frets, and bending it slightly up to the A sharp, so we get the major third again. Then we're playing root and 5th, 7th fret on the B string, 6th fret on the G string, 5th fret on the B string. Going back to the 5ths here on the the 6th fret of the G string, sliding to the 4th fret, releasing to the 2nd fret, and then we are playing 4D, 2G, 4G, doing this bending phrase, this bluesy phrase, sorry, bending to the flat 5th, going back to the 4th, 2nd fret, and then going to the root note. Then the second bar goes like this. Here we're starting on the 4th fret, everything pentatonic. Here we have 4, 4 on the D and on the A string. Then we're going chromatic 2, 3, 4 on the D string and 2 on the G string, sliding to the 6th fret from the 4th fret, playing 5, 5 on the B and on the E string, and then we're playing 5, 6, 7. Well, the 5th here is the 5th that I meant when we're going to the E string. So we have 5 B string, then 5, 6, 7, E string, open, 7, 8, and resolving into 9, which leads us to the next section in C sharp minor. The third phrase slow goes like this. And up to tempo. So, and here we are in the C sharp minor pentatonic box, and we are starting with the C sharp, but we're bending it from the B 12th fret to the 40th fret. Doing a nice vibrato on that. Then we have this bluesy phrase. Sorry. I have to say something here now. I hate this phrase. It was so much easier for me to learn all the shreddy stuff, and I really failed at playing blues phrase. This is my, my nemesis in guitar playing, blues phrasing. Yeah, I love blues guitar and I love to listen to blues guitar players, but I'm not that familiar with the vocabulary from blues guitar players, so lines like these can be pretty tricky for me. Alright. Here we are starting 9th fret on the E string, going 9th fret on the B string, and then doing a bend on the 12th fret of the B string, which is the same note like the 9th fret on the E string. We're doing this one twice, and then after we played again the 9th fret on the E and on the B string, we are playing or outlining the Dorian scale, 11th fret on the B string, 12th fret on the B string, going to the 9th fret, 11th fret E string, and then we're doing the Stevie Ray Vaughan trick, where he's playing pentatonics and then he's doing some twirls or some hammer-on and pull-offs and some stuff with a flat 9 in it. Something like this, for example. But here we're doing this between the 9th and 10th fret on the E string, playing in the 12th fret or resolving to the 12th fret on the B string, Playing again 9E, 12B, but with a bend. Do this with the ring finger, not with the pinky. You have more power in your ring finger for the bending. And then we're playing this phrase. 9, roll technique, E string, B string, 12 fret, 11 with the bending, then 9, 9, 11, 11, and resolving into the minor third of C sharp, the E, the 9th fret on the D string, G string. Alright, let's continue to the next phrase. Here we go. Okay, and here we are starting with the last note that we're landing on, the 9th fret on the G string, the E. Then we're playing this line. A little bit pentatonic again. Pulling from the 11th fret to the 9th fret on the D string, sliding 11th fret 9 on the A string, pulling 7, 9E, 7E, roll technique 7A, and 9E. Then we're playing this kind of scale run with a little bit of chromatic in it and ending on a arpeggio. We're starting 9th fret on the A string, 11D, sorry, not 11, 8D, 9D, 8G, 9G, 10G, 11G, sliding to 13G, and playing 11, 12B, and 11, 12, 14 on the E string, and going to the arpeggio, the 3-string sweep arpeggio in C sharp minor. 16, 12, upstroke, 14, and then 3 sweeps, G string sweep, B string sweep, E string sweep, E string sweep, with the 14th fret, the 15th fret, and the 13th fret, 14th fret, and 12th fret. Going to the next phrase, which is a really cool transition from one key to the next key. It's like a cool bluesy kind of turnaround, and here we are playing this melody. Which is basically the same pattern, and here we are outlining A7, G sharp 7, going to C minor 7. So yeah, so this is a really typical blues phrase or blues chord progression: flat 6 dominant, 5 dominant, resolving into the 1. So here we have 14, 15, then we're going to the B string, 14, and then 12. Those 3 notes. Repeating them, and then we're going everything 1 fret below. And this is basically it. We have here the 7th, the major third of A, and the 5th, and the same for A flat, or G sharp. Sorry, it's G sharp dominant. And then we're going to the next phrase in C sharp minor, which goes like this. And here we're starting on the 9th fret of the B string, bending it really quick because we are playing 8 notes, so we don't have much time. Then we're playing or outlining the C minor arpeggio. 16, 17, 18, 18. So, and then we are bending from the 16th fret really quickly. Still we are playing 8 notes. And then we're playing this phrase. We're going from the 18th fret to the 16th fret, 14th fret, going back to 16, playing a chromatic run, 16, 17, 18, 14 A string, resolving into 13 A string. Now we are back at our A7 dominant, G sharp 7 dominant chord progression, and here we're playing this scale run. So, and we're starting off this run with the A Mixolydian sharp 11 scale. So we have a Mixolydian scale, but with the sharp 11 and the minor 7. This is the 4th, 5th, 6th degree of, no, sorry, it's the 4th degree of melodic minor. So this comes from E melodic minor. Nice. So the first part we are playing in triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 note per string, and we are repeating the one on the A string, so we can keep also the pick slanting here in one direction. So we have upward, down, down, up. And then we are going to 60 note subdivision, and we are playing. So we're starting with 12, 14, 16, and then we're playing 14, 16, 17, 16, 14 on the B string, going back again to 16, 17, 14 on the E string, sliding to the next position, we're playing 15, 17, 19, 17, 15. So the second, the second half of it. Oh, what I now realize is I wouldn't do the position shift from the 14th fret to the 15th fret here. I would play 14, 15, 17 and then do the position shift when I'm playing it fast. Alright, let's check out the next cool arpeggio idea that he's playing here. Here we're starting off first with the C sharp minor arpeggio. Playing 16, 14, 12, 16, sliding into the 14th fret, we're playing 14, then we're going to the G string, playing 11, 13, 14, sliding to the 12th fret, we're playing 19, 10, 12, starting on the G string, B string, E string, and then we're playing on the G string 8, 9, 11, sliding from the 11th fret over the 9th fret of the B string to the 8th fret on the E string, playing the 11th fret on the E string and resolving into the 9th fret of the E string, the C sharp minor, the root. And now we're going to the second part of the solo, so check out the second part of it. Then we are outlining this C sharp minor arpeggio, minor 7 arpeggio, sorry. Really basic C sharp or really basic minor 7 arpeggio. We're playing 9, 6 on the E string, minor 3rd, the 5th fret, sorry, not 9, 6, 6, come on dude, 7, 4, 5 on the E string, B string, I mean, that's the E, I mean the B string, E5, 6th fret on the G string, 4th fret pulling to the 4th fret on the G string, playing 6, D, 7A, 5A, and resolving with our pinky, with our index finger into the 6th fret of the G string. And then we're playing this pretty cool melodic idea with the open E string in between. And here first we are sliding from the 6th fret, well, we have 2 notes that we are sliding and 1 open E string in between, and we're sliding from 6 to 9, from 9 to 11, from 11 to 13, and from 13 to 16. And always the open E string in between. Then we are playing this C sharp minor arpeggio, which is the same like above here, just an octave higher. So we have 18, 17, 16, 19. Then comes the next blues phrase, which goes like this. And here we're starting with this pretty cool bluesy idea, which we normally would play like this. But here we are an octave higher, so it's not really possible to play it no. So we have to use this technique here, where we're bending from the 19th fret to the 21st, playing 16th fret on the E string, and then the 21st fret on the E string. We are doing this 4 times. Then we're playing the bending, then 16E, 19B, and 18G. Then in the next bar we are going from the 17th fret to the 9th fret on the B string, jumping to the 23rd fret, the Dorian 6, playing this line. So it's basically the one that we have an octave below, just here an octave higher. With the bending on the 24th fret. Okay, and then we're going to the first real shreddy section. Yeah! Finally. So here we have basically this one sequence. I always call this one the reverse Paul Gilbert because Paul Gilbert is famous for his 3 notes on a lower string and 1 note on a higher string, and this one is the reversed version of it, and it's played backwards. So, and then we're playing this through the scales. So we're starting here 19, 18, 16 on the on the E string, and then we are playing this sequence 19, 17, 16 on the B string, going to the 16th fret on the G string, and then 18, 16, 15 on the G string, going to the 16th fret. Then we're doing position shift and playing 16, 15 and 13 on the G string, going to the 16th fret with our pinky on the D string. Sorry. Okay. Then we are staying in that position and having 13, 14 and 16 on the D string, and then 13, 14, 16 on the A string, and resolving through the 16th fret of the E string into the 14th fret of the E string, where we're going to the next phrase. And we are starting with an F sharp minor. We are back again in F sharp minor here. A pentatonic kind of idea. Up to that point. 14, 12, 14, A string, 12, 14, sliding to 16, 14, 16, 14, going back to 13, to the 9. Playing 13, 14, 13 as a hammer on and pull off. Playing 16 and 13, and then we're playing this line. This kind of sequence. 13, 14 on the D string, the major 6, the 7, and we're going to the 4th of F sharp on the 16th fret of the G string. And we're playing this kind of idea, which you can play through all over the scale, but we're playing this 1 scale degree higher, so we have 14, 16 on the D string now and 18 on the G string. So, and then we have a little chromatic run here. Well, it's a little bit more bluesy kind of run. 14, 16, flat 5 on the 17th fret, and then 18th fret on the G string. Outlining the Dorian scale again, so 16, 17, 14, 16, 17, 14, 16, 17. And then we have this bending phrase. We're bending from the 19th fret. 1 full step. Going to the 17th fret on the E string, checking if the E string is still in tune. Oh hell no. Now we are back in business. Let's check if the other strings are still in tune after all that bending stuff. Ah, that's okay. Going to the 17th fret on the B string, playing 17. The 19th fret on the B string, playing 17 B string, 19 B string, bending, and releasing through the 17th fret of the B string to the 16th fret of the G string. Let me play this one again. Now comes a pretty sick and pretty cool pentatonic kind of idea, and this one goes like this. And here we are still in the F sharp minor pentatonic, and here we are outlining this shape. We have 19, 14, and then 17th fret on the B string. And then we're playing the same shape on starting on the B string. And here we are getting the 17th fret on the G string, which is the flat 5. And then comes this sequence here. We're starting on the flat 5 again, the 17th fret of the G string, pulling to the 14th fret, playing 16 D, 16 G through our roll technique, again 16 D, 14 G, and then the same phrase, just everything, one string below. I'm resolving to the 16th fret of the D string, or no, the 16th fret on the A string, sorry. Okay, let me play this one slow again. And now we are back in C sharp minor. Yay! C sharp minor. Alright. And now we are playing some sixes. Okay, and here we are starting off with the 13th fret on the G string, playing the 12th fret on the E string, the 6th of it, going to 9, 9, 9 G string, 9 E string. Then we're playing 13 D, 12 G, B, 12 B, sliding to 11, 11 on the B and on the D string, and then we're playing on the A and on the G string 11, 9, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 6, 4. For the fingering here, because we're sliding always down, I would recommend to do the minor sixes with the index finger and the ring finger, and the major sixes, like this one here, with the middle finger and the ring finger. And we're resolving into the 4th fret of the B string. Then we have this melodic idea. We're starting 5th fret of the B string, playing 5, 7, 9, going to the 11th fret, playing the open B string, using the time that we have here, to go to the 12th fret, playing 12, 14, open B string, 16, 17, open B string, 19, 21, 19 E string. And then comes another trademark lick from John Petrucci, his slide licks, and it's slow, it goes like this. And we have the same shape over the complete slide section. It's always kind of a power chord here. And we're starting on the 32nd fret of the E string. Then playing 21 on the B string and sliding to the 19th fret. And there we continue. So it's always this kind of 3-note phrase. And then we're playing it through the scale. So we have 32, 19, 31, 19, 18, 14, 16, 14, 11, 9, 7. Oh no, we're not playing 7 after we've played the 9th fret here on the E string with the 2-note slides in between. Then we're ending with that phrase. And this is what I mean when I say 22, 21 and so on. I always mean this 2-note phrase, 2-note slide in between. Be careful when we're going from 21 to 19, we're only sliding in half step. Like this. So we have... Alright, and then comes a really interesting line from him, and in slow it goes like this. And up to tempo. And here we have a really interesting, a cool way to outline arpeggios. First it's A major, or well, it's all the time A dominant. It's again this section here. Yeah. Stop it, no jazz, not here. And here we are pulling 5th fret to the open E string and playing 6th fret on the G string. This comes from this shape here. Then this from this shape here, 9 on the E string again with the open E string, going to the 9th fret on the G string, which is the same note. Then we are doing this shape, but always with the open E string in between. And then we are coming to the end of the solo. We are now playing a pentatonic run in 6-note patterns. And up to tempo. And here we are starting on the 12th fret, playing 12, 9, 12, 9, 11, 9, going 3 strings below. And then we're going to the B string and outlining it through the C sharp pentatonic scale. Starting on the G string. Now when we're coming to the A string, we're doing this little chromatic run here. 11, 10, 9. So one important tip here. My problem with this kind of licks is always that I try to change the pick slant, but we have an even number of notes per string when we're ignoring the last string, but this is more like the finish idea of this lick, so it doesn't matter anyway. And this means that we can keep our pick slant, and here it's downward pick slant. So I play so much cleaner and so much, I play so much faster and cleaner when I really focus on keeping that one pick slant. So, and going to the last line of the lick, of the solo, which goes like this. First we're starting with this kind of diminished shape. We're playing 19, 18, 17 on B, G and D string. Doing a little string skip between the B and the D string. And we're playing the same shape on the G, D and A string and everything 1 fret below. So we have 18, 17, 16 now. Then we're playing the scale run, or the scale idea. It's not really a run. 17, 18, 16, 17, 19, 20. And then we're bending from the 19th fret. Going back to the 19th fret, playing this G sharp dominant augmented 5 arpeggio. Resolving into the 16th fret on the B string. And this is the complete solo, note for note. Man, I wish I had somebody 24 hours ago who could teach me that. Alright, so here, but therefore I'm here for you guys. Now we're coming to the end of the song, and now comes the really cool, this extremely speed picking open string section, and it's really awesome. So let's check out the next section. Okay, first let me play this madness slow so we can all follow along. I'm sorry. Something like that. Ooh, should I try it fast? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. something like that. Oh man, the ending. Still, playing this in one take is not that easy, but whew, really, really great challenge. Alright, let me retune my guitar now and then we can start with this section here. Okay, so I would say that this section is divided in 4 parts. The 4 parts on the 4 strings that we are playing. The high E string, the B string, the G string and the A string. In between some parts there are some runs and some arpeggios and some stuff like that to connect everything. But those are the 4 main parts. Some of them repeats, some of them varies a little bit. But let's check this one out. Basically we have the same rhythm all over. We have so I would say, or I would recommend, that it's a little bit easier to get down this rhythm and then play everything straight with 16 notes in the right hand. So like, and just remember the rhythm that you have. Bam 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 dum 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 bam bam, and then bring that to the guitar, to the fretboard. Now the fret that we are playing is on the E string 17 16, 16 14, then we're going here high, 21 19, 19 17, then again 17 16, 16 14, and then we go sorry, no, we're not going to 17 16, 16 14 again, we're going straight to 14 12, 12 11, 11 10, 9, then we're going back to 17, 16, 16, 14, then the high passage again, and then we're playing in triplets A major arpeggios in 3 different shapes. Sorry, triplets. So here we have 21, 17, 17. Always 2 strings on the E, always 2 notes on the E string, 1 note on the B string. 17, 12, 14 and 14, 9, 10. The 3 inversions of the A major. Then we are going to the B string, and here we are playing again 17, 16, 16, 14 and again 19, 21, 19, 19, 17. But then where we played on the E string 14, 12, 12, 11 and so on, so on. Here now we are playing 12, 10, 10, 9, 9, 8. And then we're playing, sorry, not 9, 8, 9, 7, 7, 5, 5, 4, 9, 7, 7, 5. Then we keep the open B string, and then we're playing this run. (14, 16, 17, 14, 16, 17). Back again, and then 16, 17, 19. Okay, and then we're repeating the section on the A string, but instead of the arpeggio with the 3 and I hope there's a fly flying around and going on my nerves since the last couple of days, and I hope this fly will not destroy my take. Oh, there are 2 flies. Oh, go away. They went to the light. I hope you won't see them. Okay, let's continue. Then you're repeating it on the E string, but instead of the arpeggio with the 3 inversions, you play this arpeggio here, also A major. Starting on the 24th fret, down below 24th, 21, 20, 21. Then we're sliding to the 3rd on the G string, which is on the 18th fret, 19, 19, roll technique. 21, and resolving into the 17th fret on the E string. Then we have a pretty awesome run. This is my favorite run. This is my favorite run of this complete song. And this run is basically an idea which normally is used by people like Rusty Cooley, more modern shred players. So modern, I mean, John Petrucci is still modern, but well, he is old as well. So, and the cool thing about this run is that musically, from the melody it goes up, but from the fretboard it goes in this direction, and this is pretty interesting, I think. So, we're starting on that note, ending on that note. Really interesting. Okay, so the sequence always stays the same. We are in E major or A Lydian, depends on how you see this kind of shape. I see it a little bit more in A Lydian, as A as the root note. We have to check which the real root note is. So, ihr Fliegen, ihr verpisst euch jetzt mal. Hallo, wie kriege ich denn diese Fliegen hier raus? Das gibt's doch nicht. In the pattern is first we have a 3-note phrase on the lower string, then a 5-note phrase on the higher string. We're always thinking in 2 strings, and then a 4-note phrase on on the position shift that we have. Because we're doing a position shift, we're going 1 step below. So in the scale degrees, we're always kind of going from one position to the next position, but in the reverse direction. So now let me do the math. We have 3, 5, 4, which equals 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12. So yeah, play it in triplets. Why is it 16 note? It doesn't matter. It's a 12-note phrase, so you can count it as well in 2 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are going from one scale degree to the next scale degree, and we're going from one scale degree to the next scale degree. So when we're starting here, then we're starting on the A string, but the next note of the scale. So this note, but here. Then comes this note, but here. Then comes this note, but here. Sorry, I have to search a little bit. And then comes this note, but here. Okay, so we have next scale degree, next scale degree, next scale degree, next scale degree, and now comes a chromatic run. We're playing 9, 8, 7, 5 on the E string and 9, 8, 7, 6, 9, 8, 7, 6 on the G and on the B string. Now we're going to the next section of this part on the G string now. Let me play this one for you. Here we have 7, 6. The rhythm stays again the same. But from the frets we have 7, 6, 6, 5, 9, 7, 7, 6, 11, 9, 9, 7. Then we're going 1 octave higher, and here the jump is really important. When I recorded it or when I tried to play this one in one take, a mistake that happens pretty often is that I jump not far enough. I think the octave from this note is maybe around here, and it's always wrong. It's really here. So in the end, where we usually play those arpeggios on the E string, here we are playing this arpeggio. And this one is a G major arpeggio, starting on the G, going to the 5th, then the 3rd, and then sweep down. Root, 3rd, 5th. Then we're going to the A string. Here on the A string, we are playing this one. And here we have 17, 16, 16, 14, then comes 19, 17, and then 21, 19, 19, 17, and the next run. But let me play those two strings together. So now comes the final run. Sorry. We are starting off with this string skipping phrase. We're playing 14, 15, 17, 14, 16, 17, going to the next position, going back to the A string, and here going to the position below again and doing another string skip. Again, this is such a cool and creative way to play lines and scale patterns and stuff like this, and I really, really love this. Man, Petrucci, you are the boss of creative shredding, really. I love those patterns and those figures. So then we are playing 14, 16, 17, and then we're going to 14, 15, 17 back again, going to the next scale degree, 15, 17, 19, playing 19, 17, 16, going back again ascending, and then when we're playing descending again, we're going to the 18th fret here. And then we're going to the next scale degree, and after that we are playing this diminished arpeggio. With a slide, the little triller. It's pretty basic. It's a simple diminished arpeggio. It's what is it? A diminished again. Our good old friend A diminished, to create tension, to release to the E, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so much for this crazy shredness section. Alright, those flies are annoying me, go away. Well, now the rest of the song is actually a lot of repetition. I played a little solo here, improvised a little bit in E mixolydian, and I harmonized some of the main theme, the main riff, this one here, and then the ending, the last note. I think the build-up is we have again the riff, then we're going back to the the ending on the main theme on the octave higher, then we're going to the main theme on the octave lower, and from that, after this comes this section here. Sorry? Yes. So, and the first part of it is actually a diminished arpeggio idea, again A diminished, and we are playing the same figure. This is typical, really modern Petrucci kind of style. We're playing this figure here, this fingering in triplets. So the accent is on the low E string and that note here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we are moving this up always in 3 frets, in steps in 3 frets, with the low E string as a kind of bass pedal note. 3 frets higher, 3 frets higher. We're doing this 6 times. And then comes this scale section. So, and here we are outlining definitely a melodic minor. And as I've said in the beginning, E mixolydian flat 6 is a scale, a mode coming from A melodic minor. And here we are definitely playing A melodic minor. Ah, it's so beautiful. So, we're starting here with this shape, 4, 5, 7, It's actually a little bit of altered here, it depends how you see it. Then we're going 3, 5 on the A string, doing this trill here, going back again to 7 and straight up 3, 5, 7 on the A string. Then 4, 6, 7 on the D string, then doing 4, 5 on the G string, doing the trill again, going back to 7, and then we're playing the scale ascending. Now when we reach the 5th fret on the E string, we're doing instantly the trill. We are not doing this, we're doing this kind of idea. So let me play this one again. Sorry. And then we are playing our beloved intro melody, but this time not with the the B as the pedal note. This time, sorry, with the E as the pedal note, of course. Sorry. Like this. 7, 5, going to the 8th fret. Then we're outlining A minor and the diminished arpeggio again. 14, 11, 13, 14, 11, going ascending and resolving. Into the E. Yes! Nice! And this is the complete song. Alright. Okay. This was the complete lesson. Kudos to you if you watched it till the end. Props, really. You deserve a lot more props than me making this video. I was pretty annoyed from myself when I have to edit this kind of stuff. Well, the editing process was 4 hours long. But it was a lot of fun making this video, and I hope I'm going to see you in September. I'm right now planning and filming my new content, and creating the new content for September will be another Petrucci month. I swore that to you guys. I will keep my promises. And yeah, I can't wait to do more videos in September, and I hope I'm going to see you there. Cheers so far and stay progress. Bye.